Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome to the spooky Brone Does Things Halloween weekend special. Friday to Tuesday, probably, depending on how long this game takes me to complete. You're gonna get nothing but Doki Doki Literature Club. Starting today. Let's do this. Start up a new game. Hey, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That's my visual novel protagonist voice. Do you like it? I made it just for you. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend Scooch. Some friend you are. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works because we've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more frequently. I would get tired of waking up. Wait, does this game take place in Japan? You know, where you have to pay for high school and college? So she's out here wasting her parents' money. What the heck? It's possible, dude. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and I go from the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Oh, that's my real name right there. Wait, can you guys see my cursor? You probably can. Do I have show cursor on? I forget whether or not I actually have show cursor on. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. I cannot hear what this voice sounds like through my earbuds. I think game sounds are probably just gonna come in through the microphone. I want to hear the soundtrack because I love game soundtracks. So I'm just gonna stop giving these characters voices. That's mean, Zen. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, I want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. Wait, this obnoxious attitude? Lack of interest in joining clubs? Not really wanting to spend time with my close childhood friends? Oh my god, this is me! They just put me in this game. I should sue these people for putting me in this game without my permission. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our conversations where I dismissively go along with what she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Again, this is just me. There's no difference. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Again, this is just me. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a need in a few years because you're not used to the real world. I'm sorry, I haven't seen the word neat since I did a test play of this game. Playing it, actually. That's why my real name is in there and why I only had to go through one disclaimer. So when you start the game, you have to go through 2 disclaimers. That's how you know it's good. You trust me, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna use the spacebar from now on. Goodbye, mouse. That was the sound of my mouse disconnecting. Don't make me keep worrying about it. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. You at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! I don't want to let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself romantic her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I gotta have no choice but to start with the anime club. Ooh, Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... What? Well, you come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. Wow, that is a terrible way to go out selecting club positions. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep! That came out with terrible intonation, I'm sorry. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. Long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Wait, I know where this is going. I've read Cupcakes. I know where this is going. They're gonna turn me into a rainbow. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! This sounds like Smooth Criminal. And now it sounds like the Lost Woods theme. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I think to myself. I just think to myself, eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. Sayori always says nice things about you. Wait, I think I missed part of the... Look at the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Zen, what a nice surprise. Oh, jeez. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Sookie. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently not Sookie, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably first year. She's also the one who made Cupcakes, according to Sayori. You could just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Zen. Oh god! Now I see what they meant when they said this was a horror game. That was terrifying. Please don't do that ever again, Monika. That's scary. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Zen. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. How about I make some tea as well? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs the wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Sorry, Natsuki, but I don't like eating things with faces on them. Y'all probably think that's a joke, but no. It's just a serious thing. I adamantly refuse to eat anything with a face on it. I just can't bring myself to eat it. It terrifies and disgusts me. Why does the food have a face? What, you want me to be some kind of cannibal eating thing is live? The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Ah, oh, thank God it's just whiskers and ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Is that a little vampire tooth? Sticking out? Ah, no, I always think little fangs sticking out is adorable. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori tosses her mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaky glances my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Okay. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like it's not like I made them myself or anything. These are store-bought. I just went to the grocery store and I was like, yes, I would like several cupcakes that look like cats. And the guy at the grocery store was like, yeah, sure, we've got a sale on those. I was like, yeah, I'll take some. Okay, that'll be 15 million yen. Where'd I get 15 from? I mean the million yen part is fine, but why 15? Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Yeah, I thought you technically did, so I always said, well, maybe! But not for, you, dummy. Yeah, doofus. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that... No, I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So it made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika. I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Make sure you feel right at home, okay? Oh gosh, you're gonna do the thing again. As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Were you leader of the debate club last year? Oh my gosh, you did it again. She did it again. What did I just say? I said, don't do that again. What do? You go and do it again. You go and do it again. What the heck? It's very nice. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Oh, thank God. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. But I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both funny and worthwhile. Makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Zen, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I believe it was by Stephen King. It The one with the killer clown, you know, Misery. Yeah, the one with the killer clown named Misery. Was a witch. This telekinetic witch. And he lived in a dark tower. And I think there were some murderous kids living in a rice paddy or something. That was a good book. I should really read it again. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Or someone as gentle as you. Well, to be fair, she does have dark purple hair and dark purple eyes. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Yeah, I know that feel. I remember playing this one really weird horror game. Like, the atmosphere was just amazing. The music was very... In fact, most of the game just had no background music. All the characters moved in these weird, jarring, unnatural ways, but they all had these really friendly voices. And there was this one character who hung out in an alley. He really terrified me. I think that game was called, Jumpstart Music. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes started over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. God, I just can't read that sentence. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud!" And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is as cute as you are. Sayuri settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Would you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same thing, Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Oh, jeez. You're just gonna jump out like that. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. So we have a new member. I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Jen? Monika smiled at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Yeah? What's that? We're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. So Yuri might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and... That's my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... Then... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Whoa! I Took a turn I wasn't expecting. Right. Okay, I decided then. Join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sawyer wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Oh god! Oh god, I thought I was safe when there were more than one of you on the screen. No, you're still doing it. You're still doing it. You're rubbing your butt against Natsuki. She does not look happy about that. Please get her face. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Hair kind of looks like Gaiga's when she's like that. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Zen, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh god. Please stop doing that. I'll write a poem. Jeez, just stop doing that, please. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls could chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Zen, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore. She always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika, all four of whom have inexplicably followed me home, apparently. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. All I have to do is try to write a poem. And that's gonna suck, because I do not like poems. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Damn, these are some mad good beats. Even the girls over there can't help but dance. It's time to write a poem. I guess it's time to write a poem. Which girl am I gonna go for? So this is clearly a dating sim, obviously. So, I think I'll go for Natsuki. Because she made cupcakes, and I like cupcakes. Yeah! Yeah! Hardcore jump. Yeah! Yeah! Cheeks. Yeah. Which ones? Gee, these are all such amazing words for poems. Cry. Disoriented. Suicide. Massacre. Little happy Yuri. All of these animations are amazing. Papa. Dazzle. Swimsuit? Okay, good, she likes swimsuits. Really, I thought she'd go for Rose. Okay, Kitty. Oh, she's fun. Skipping. Vanilla. Anime. We have depression right next to socks. Yeah. Yeah. That's my... Oh god! That's my official Naegi voice. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Keeping your promise, then. It's been too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Natsuki's voice is kind of hard on my throat, but I don't have any more here.
Don't worry, guys. Son always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. Dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Have I been recording? Oh geez, that's a long time. I'm gonna find a... I never know where to stop with these visual novels, so I'm just gonna keep going for a little while.
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Zen can become good friends too.
Sayori. As usual, Sayori, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Right. Well, here.
He reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I want you to feel left out. I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. But, you know.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. Definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book.
Phew.
I'm beginning to think that this isn't a character based on me. I'm just a generic dating sim protagonist. Minus the whole getting girls to like me thing.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. You know, like reading those poems we wrote last night. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika Yuri conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monika. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read
manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't really admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
Yes, this is actually me. What's that supposed to mean? I see. It's a lone volume of manga and amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Almost as she turns it into a box of manga.
Oh, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I had a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it. You can go do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice.
What tone? I speak in a constant monotone all the time. This is just the tone of my voice. Thanks, game, for making me feel insecure about my voice.
But I'll tell you one thing, though. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Ah ha ha. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm going to show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in a colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
Don't just stand there.
Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet.
Hey everyone, Sensuke!
She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Yeah, why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Scooch is such a fun word. I feel like people should say scooch more often. That'd probably be the first step towards world peace. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I could say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these. It's just rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kind of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories, and then some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching points.
Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Natsuki gives me a little shove. It's just me that I haven't seen you at your power. That's how I'm gonna get laid. By saying things like, I haven't seen you at your full power.
Good save.
Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well...
Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something.
Yeah. What does that matter?
Doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's... just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like, I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga.
I know what you mean. I mean, I've been playing card games long before I started reading Yu-Gi-Oh! Clearly. Little 8-year-old me clearly cared about card games before reading Yu-Gi-Oh! I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Certainly not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. To mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh god, that was more adorable than I was expecting. Jeez. Oh wow. Visual novels are really weird to do Let's Plays of, because there's not really much gameplay to comment on. And there aren't any long stretches where nothing happens that you can fill the void with just talking about random crap. It's just non-stop action. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Yes, I did just boot my computer screen. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
Oh my god, her hair has little cat ears in it. It's just adorable. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Hmm? You don't?
It's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
Oh my god, her eyes are Pokeballs! Did you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Not gonna could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, "Yeah, you still haven't grown out of that yet?" Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. It's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except everyone's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. I think I'm just gonna play up until we share the poems, and that'll be it for my Friday video. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that, and being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems?
Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse?
Oh god, please never do that again, Monica. Please stop, I'm begging you. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. You know that I am called the Count. Because I really love to count. I like to sit and count all day. But sometimes I get carried away. That took a weird turn that I was not expecting. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. If only there were a more convenient way to refer to 12 inches. Somebody should really go about coming up with something like that. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monika just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Yeah? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. If it gets bent, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face.
Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, I've been binge-watching
Danganronpa the animation recently.
and I really don't want to get behind on that.
I'm scared of what'll happen if I don't finish it. Alright then! I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayuri and Monika instantly pull out their poems. Sayuri is on a regal sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. It's still crumpled up, though, inexplicably. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Eh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? If I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monika said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go and out it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss if she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't.
Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
I don't actually like it. What? Just be honest.
I am. Actually, I do like it. It was more fun to read than most poems I've ever read. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay, like I set up for a rhyme at the end. But then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I tried to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, Sayori.
This is a good poem, Zen. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one.
I'm gonna shift to a more comfortable position. Hang on.
It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet. That doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See, it's like I said before, Zen. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. I don't think she realizes that I'm just writing poems to get laid. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dear Sunshine,
the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I mean, that's one way to end a poem. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. Cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely stopping after this. After the poem sharing scene. So my throat's starting to hurt and I need water badly. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them,
Wow.
but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I should be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ah, that's good poem music. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing the air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
Yes, I was. But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Zen.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that...
Why does doing Yuri's voice make me yawn?
Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Gee, I wonder if I should show my poem to next. Hi, Zen. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Oh god, I've been talking a lot. I don't usually talk this much. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ah! Don't worry, Zen. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Zen. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, gee. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes you think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything from Shel Silverstein? Yes, I love Shel Silverstein. Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories, just a few simple words. Where they put a bra on the camel, and everything changed because they put a bra on the camel. That's classic. Like, what was another really good one? Oh yes, the missing piece. I'm looking for my missing piece. I'm looking for my missing piece. So grease my knees and fleece my bees. I'm looking for my missing piece. These poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they're only long. They might even feel like they're written, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ah! Why do you insist on doing that? Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know, I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already. My retinas! My retinas! This right here is the already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. I'm sorry, I just really love the line, but it's too late. My retinas. So what do you think? That was a really weird transition. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway. Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem, or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Whew, I'm gonna stop now. Okay, that's 6 times 9. Yep, I can guarantee you that this is way too many save slots. Okay. So as I said, I'm done for right now. See y'all tomorrow with the next exciting episode of The Brone Does Things Spooky Halloween Weekend, Halloween Spectacular, or whatever I called it. Bye.